Hi, this is Principal Tim Smith with an update for students on how we're doing so far now that been back in school for a while. What I noticed in the first few weeks of school was actually, I think students were too quiet. It seemed like you almost didn't know what to expect or how to act in school anymore. And really, the good news in all of that is that the vast majority of students were all doing the right things. You're wearing your mask without being told, you are maintaining physical distance. As a matter of fact, I remember the first few mask breaks outside that we did, we actually had to remind kids that this is the time that it's okay to take your mask out while we're physically distanced outside. So now that we've been back in school for a while, here are some other things I'm noticing. I'm noticing that we've all gotten a little more comfortable and we're slipping back into of our old behaviors at school. And we need to just kind of talk about that to make sure that we continue to do the right thing. I think that most people want a return to normal school. But one of the things that I want to do is make sure that we lean into the positive changes and make them habits now, part of our school culture, so that when we do return to normal school, it'll be better than normal. It'll be better than the way it used to be. Right now, hallways, classrooms, and the cafeteria are quieter, calmer spaces. And that's what we want to lean into because having a calmer climate in our school building makes learning easier. It's just a better place to be without all of the motion and emotion that can come from that type of behavior. So here are our reminders. You want to always walk in the hallways, always walk in the cafeteria, maintain your physical distance, and in the hallways, always stay to the right. At lunch, you need to stay behind the barriers. And I know that that's not great for talking with your friends, but mask off eating time and talking um, are the times when the risk is increased. And that's why the barriers are there. They're there not only to protect you and to protect your friends, but to protect your family at home and your grandparents and people in our community, because that's the only way we get back to what we want, which is a return to normal. If we all do our part as part of a team to make sure that we get there. In the cafeteria, if you do turn and talk across tables, you have to put your mask back on because, again, you're face to face in a crowded environment speaking, which increases the risk of spread. Another thing, behavior that's creeping in to the cafeteria, kind of like the way it used to be, is I'm noticing more loud talking, more yelling out, more making loud random noises. And it's not just that. All of those things are unpleasant and add to the stress and kind of anxiety level in the large setting of the cafeteria. But again, it's not doing the right thing for what we're trying to do to keep everybody safe. Because when you're standing up, you're yelling, you're talking loudly, you're projecting a lot more volume of air. It travels farther and it hangs in the air longer. So you're increasing the risk for everybody in the cafeteria when you engage in those kind of behaviors. And again, we had none of that in the first few weeks of school. And I'm just noticing it creeping back in now. So that's something we need to kind of get back in check. We do a great job of staying to the right most of the time during the school day. Where I see us, what I'm noticing where we're having a problem is at dismissal time when the students are leaving for the buses down the main corridor, they're clustering with their friends, they're talking together, and they're filling the whole space of the hallway. And it's not a logistical problem per se, because at the end of the day, most of the traffic is coming in that direction. But we do have to leave the space for people like me who are checking the hallways to make sure that everybody's on their bus, that we have a lane to go through. So we need to keep to the right even at dismissal time, because again, it's all about how do we stay safer, and it's safer to walk past somebody in a fleeting way than it is to walk through a crowd of people, even with masks on. So we all need to do our part to stop community spread. We all want more time in school. We all want more time with our friends. We all want to keep our family and loved ones safe. And so, again, all we need to do is keep doing our expected behaviors and do what we can to make school a nice, calm, quiet space to learn and a safe place to be. Thanks.